Hey guys, Alyse Williams here, and going to start to share these messages with you, and I'm going to be very upfront, very bold, very real, very true. And so, everything is about intention, and my intention with these videos is to just help you become more aware about yourself and more aware about why you are the way you are, why you respond the way you respond to certain things. And people are going to want to argue, people are going to want to judge, people are going to want to defend, but that's not what any of this is about. You don't have to do any of those things. This is just about me sharing. So if anything I say does bother you or offend you, or you feel something come up that you feel like you need to defend, that's honestly something within yourself, because real truth has nothing to prove. Real truth is not about right or wrong or bad or good. So really everything that I'm going to be sharing from you, I'm not making anything up. As you guys see, if you really look through my posts, I am constantly reading, constantly seeking, constantly looking to draw closer to God, draw closer to spiritual awareness. And so that's where I come from. And if that bothers you, or if that doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. There's a little unfriending button, or there's a block button, or whatever it is. But if you feel that stirring inside of you, that's what you want to really examine, right? It's not necessarily what I'm saying, it's the response that it's creating within you that you want to really take a look at. So the most recent book that I've read, I feel does a great job of really breaking this down in a very simple to understand way. And I've referred a lot of people to this book since I've read it, and I'll continue to refer people to this book. But I also know that a lot of people, they may not necessarily like to read, or they may not be spiritually ready to absorb what it is in the book. So if I can break it down for you and you can hear it from somebody as opposed to reading it from somebody, sometimes that makes a big difference. So we're going to take this in baby steps, really breaking it down to very, very small pieces that you can really soak in. And so today what I really want you to think about, and honestly all this is going to be is like a series of contemplations, a series of things for you to think about, right? So this is going to be really powerful if you let it. And some of you guys, not that it's right or wrong or bad or good, you're just not ready to receive it yet, and that's fine, okay? But I see what a lot of you guys are posting. I see what a lot of you guys are talking about. And to me, from my perspective and what I'm feeling led to do, I believe some of you guys are ready to hear it, and you're actually really hungry for it. And it's amazing what that hunger can do for you and the transformation that it can bring about. So got some notes here, and one thing that I really want to share with you guys, and I really want you to start to think about and contemplate, is the only way to really find peace is to stop being so caught up in your own head and in your own thoughts, okay? And you want to start to see and hear your thoughts separate from yourself, because you are not your thoughts. You are not that voice within your head that you're hearing, okay? So, and I'm only speaking from experience, and you think that if you change or attempt to control your outside world, that it'll change how you feel on the inside, right? If you get a new job, if you get a new house, if you get a new car, if you get a new outfit, if your kids do certain things, that's going to correct the way that you feel. And you got to be able to objectively watch your problems instead of being lost in them. So as things come in and out of your life, as opposed to just being so caught up in them all the time, start to observe them, okay? Because they're happening for a reason, and the reason is not so you can get your emotions all caught up. The reason is there to teach you a lesson, to get you on a different path, to show you a perspective. So, no solution can be found when you're lost in every little situation that happens in your life and every little challenge that pops up in your life. And you'll realize that the real problem is that there's something inside of you that can have a problem with pretty much anything. You know, if you really start to listen to, in this book, what he refers to as your inner roommate, right, which is this voice and these things that you're hearing in your mind that don't come up from a place of truth, that don't come from a place of spirit or God or whatever that is. It's just our own mind and our own experiences being caught up. And you got to learn to just start to tune into that and realize that you have this inner roommate, and meet him or her. Really start to understand who that voice is, right? And to start to tune into the constant chatter in your mind that is feeding you and that is making decisions for you. Okay, so here's a perfect example. If I told you right now to just sit quietly, right, and really just start to tune into that voice, you'd probably hear it automatically say, why are you doing this? You don't have time for this. You know how many other things you could be doing right now? This is so silly. Why don't you just stop doing this? That's the voice, okay? That's the inner roommate. That's exactly what I want you to start to tune into. That's what I started to tune into, that has completely made a transformation in my relationship with my husband, with my kids, with every single person that I know, online or offline. And it's going to come in right on cue every single time, because it's not just when you're quiet, it's all the time. It's constantly telling you what you like or don't like. It's constantly telling you what's good or bad. It's constantly going to find something wrong with everything. So once you can see this, that's when the journey of real truth can begin, okay? So start to spend a day with this roommate, right? And even just the little things, like if you go and sit and watch TV and you left a light on downstairs, this inner roommate is going to tell you to go and turn the light off. Well, I'll turn it off later. Well, I'll turn it off during a commercial. Well, aren't you thinking about the light bill? You're barely paying the electric bill, right? It can go on and on. It's incessant. It's all the time. And it's leading you to the decisions that you're making. And it's causing reactions within you and leading you to the choices that you're making. So you've got to become aware enough to see it. And honestly, if you really want to change your life, do it as though your life depends on it, because it does. The quality of your life, the quality of your relationships, the quality of your decisions depends on you tuning into that voice and deciding whether you're going to let that inner roommate run your life, or if you're going to start to take your life back and just start to live from a different place. So that's all for now. I mean, there's going to be a lot more where this is coming from. Really look forward to sharing it with you. Stay tuned. Talk to you soon.